All right, so today we want to go over our math questions from our elapsed time and our memory jogger from April 28th, Tuesday. So our first question is already typed up here for us. It says that Brenda returns from grocery shopping at 6:56. It took her 8 minutes to drive there to the grocery store, 23 minutes to shop, and 8 minutes to return home. When did she go to the store? So as I look at this problem, there are a lot of numbers and key pieces of information there. So I'm going to go ahead and start highlighting some of those things. So it tells me that Brenda has gone to the grocery store, and at 6:56, she returned home from grocery shopping. It says that she had 8 minutes to drive there to the grocery store. 23 minutes she was in the store actually shopping around. 8 minutes to drive back home. So then I'm focusing in on my question. The question is asking me, well, when did she leave to go to the store? So as we have been working throughout this week and last week, we're using a number line to help us be able to track what's happening and to figure out the missing piece of information. So here I have the time of 6:56, and I need to decide, well, where does 6:56 actually go on this number line? 6:56 is written, and it refers to when she returns from the grocery store. So this is the time that she gets home. My question asks, well, when did she leave to go? When she leaves to go, that would be my start time. That's what I don't know. This is when she goes, right? Then I know what time she gets back home. She gets back home at 6:56. So between this question mark time and 6:56 is when she does all of the things that are written or highlighted in yellow. She drives for 8 minutes, shops for 23 minutes, and then drives again for 8 more minutes. So I am going to be using those 3 sets of time to subtract back on my number line. So the first thing I'm going to subtract back on my number line is going to be my 8 minutes. So I'm going to split up my 8 minutes into 4 and 4. Because I'm at 56. I'm going to jump back 4. I'm going to change that color. And then I land on 6:40. I'm actually going to change that. That jumping back 4 wasn't the smart move. My smart move would be to jump back 6. So splitting my 8 into 6 and 2. Okay, that's how I split that. So I'm jumping back 6, and that lands me at 6:50. And then I'm going to jump back 2 more, and then that lands me at 6:48. Okay, so here I have jumped back my 8 minutes. So now I'm going to jump back my I'm going to actually jump back my 8 minutes. That's down here, because here I got 6:48. So I want to go ahead and take away those 8 minutes, which will leave me at 6:40. So I've taken away both of those 8 minutes times, which just leaves me with my 23 minutes. So I'm going to break up my 23 into 20 and 3. So my first jump is going to be minus 20 from my 40 minutes here, which is 6:20. So I've done my 20. I have 3 left to jump back, which lands me at my 6:17. So I've gone through and I have everything done. Well, what time is it that she leaves to go to the store? She leaves to go to the store at 6:17. One thing that is going to be very important is for you to make sure that you are drawing the number line to decide your start, your finish, and your in between. Because one of those are going to be the missing piece. Today, our missing piece was our actual start. So let's go ahead and try another problem. Our new question reads, Jair built a new fence in the yard and decided to paint it red. He started painting at 11:04 and finally finished at 11:30. How long did it take to paint the new fence? So just as I've done before, I need to look to find all of my important pieces of information and my numbers. So the first time that I see is right here at 11:04, and then I see another time here at 11:30. So I want to pay close attention to my question. My question asked me, well, how long did it take for him to build this fence? So as I find those important numbers, I need to be able to place them on my number line. So I need to understand, well, what do each of those numbers mean? So my first number starts with the second sentence. It says he started painting at 11:04. So if I'm looking in that problem, this is his start time. The time he starts to do his work is 11:04. So I'm going to put that here on my number line. 11:04 is the start. So I go back to reading, and he finally finished. He finished at the second time, which is 11:30. So I need to put that at the other end of my number line, and that's when he finished. So remember, in our last problem, we said that they're going to give us two pieces of information, and we have to figure out that second or that third piece. So here, the two pieces of information they gave me was my start time and my finish time. My question says, well, how long did it take? So my focus is trying to figure out all of this space in between. What type of jumps can we make to get from this 11:04 to get to this 11:30? Because that's going to tell me how many minutes he worked on actually painting the fence. So I'm starting here at 04, so I want to get to my closest 10 so that I can be at a friendly number. So I'm going to add 6 minutes. When I add my 6 minutes, I land on 11:10. So now I'm trying to get to 30. So I'm going to make a plus 10 jump. To the 10 minutes that are there, 11:20. Well, from 20 to 30, I just need another 10 jump. And that gets me from 11:20 to 11:30. So my question again is here, well, how long does it take? This is the amount of time that it takes. I have to take those jumps that we made to get from 11:04 to 11:30 and add them up. So I have 10 plus 10 plus 6. Which gives me 26 minutes. So that lets me know that Jair spent 26 minutes painting. And that's my answer to the question. So now we're going to move from this elapsed time to a couple of memory jogger questions. So with this problem, I had a comparison, and I had to determine, was this statement that 2/3 is equal to 4/6 true or false? So they gave you a picture showing two rectangles. And so then your job would be to go through and shade in to see what it says. 1/3, 2/3, 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, 4, 6. Well, when I look at that, I can tell that these two are equivalent. They are the same. They have one section right here. It has two sections right here. But both of those sections are the same amount. So if you need, you should be drawing these shapes on your paper so that way you can determine whether or not they are equal. So the last question I wanted to go over is question number 2, and I wanted you to be able to see this question again. So as I looked at your answers, a lot of you did a good job of choosing the equation of 8 times 9. But if I pay close attention, I see 8 times 9 twice. I see 8 times 9 at this answer and 8 times 9 at this answer. The difference is the product. This product says that 8 times 9 is 63. This product says 8 times 9 is 72. So for those of you who chose 8 times 9, that was correct. But you had to choose that 8 times 9 equals 72. So you may have to take out your papers and actually start writing out your 8 facts, or your 9 facts 8 times. So I have 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63. That was one of the answer choices. So let's see how many times I've counted so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, that's not enough. 8. I had to do 9 8 times, and that gets me to my 72. So looking at that answer choice, the difference was paying close attention to what they told me 8 times 9 was equal to. If you have any questions, let me know. We can always do a video with just the two of us.